First of all, you are going to draw your rectangle. You simply double click this rectangle tool and then drag it to the size you want. Then the color, remove the outline, then double click on the rectangle tool again. Okay, this time around you drag it to the right. Okay, then you add a color there. Okay, repeat the process and then take it to the right. Okay, add a color there. All right, so here now we are going to duplicate this black section, copy, paste. Okay, we drag the black section down, right? Okay, so let's use let me return this. Let's use this gray color for the meantime. Okay, this one now you are going to bring in your resources. Okay, bring in your resources, simply copy down, and then you paste it. Okay, paste it down and then resize this so that you have chance to work on your design. Resize it down, resize it down here, and then resize this one as well. Resize this one as well. Okay, now we are going to power clip this inside this gray section. We open the power clip by editing the power clip, and then you drag this to fit, then duplicate that, copy, paste, then bring it down. Okay, all right, see what you're trying to do with that. It fits very well. Okay, you can finish the power clip. All right, so the next thing we are going to do here now is for us to work on our texts. But before then, let's bring this down here. Let's bring this down here. Okay, so we are going to use this color there, but we are going to make it 6. Okay, we drag this down. Let's drag this down. Okay, we bring it down here. Now see what I'm trying to do here. I'm going to, let's pick this one out for the meantime. Okay, see what I'm going to do. Select this black section and press Ctrl Q on the keyboard, and then press your shape tool and bring it down. Control, change to curve. Okay, do the same thing to this side. Right click to curve. Okay, right, so let's make it look nice, and let's make it look nice. All right, okay, then you can adjust this a little bit, adjust that a little bit. Okay, okay, we are almost there. So now bring this one down here, zoom that section so that you see what you're trying to do, and then you can resize this. Okay, you can resize that, remove the outline there, duplicate that shape. Okay, all right, let's duplicate this shape. Okay, we are duplicating this shape, then bring it in. This time around we are going to use red outline and no fill. Red outline and no fill. Okay, so what I did was for me to simply ask ChatGPT to give me product description and product details for my peanut product. So it gave me all I needed. The only thing I have to do is for me to um, adjust any text that I do not want from there. So here now, you can bring in your grips. So we are going to pick this text one by one so that it will help us to flow very well. So let's bring this down here, grips. Okay, and then we choose a font we know that it will work well with our design. So we bring this down here. So next thing you are going to do, change the font to white so it will show very well. All right, let's zoom out. Okay, and then zoom this section that we want to work on. So let's go back to our text, roasted peanuts. We copy this down. Okay, so let's place this text. I'm going to be fast, so follow me. So let's use our white text there, and then let's break the text into two, and then let's go with this font. Let's go with this font. All right, and this one, let's adjust this. Okay, can you see what I'm trying to do? All right, so let's go with a nice font here. So I think Futura will work here better. And then you can use these fonts to give a pop in that place. All right, so and the next thing you are going to do, bring in your images, try to play with your images. So this is my image. I'm going to bring it here. All right, so then I'm going to add a shadow down there. Let's add a shadow down there. This time around, go to multiply and then highlight, and then change the color from black to, let's say, white. Okay, and then you can increase this from 15. Look at this section. You can increase this, and then you can increase this. All right, so next thing you do here, okay, we are almost done with this section. So see what I'm trying to do here, and then after that, start bringing in your element. This one, you can place this one down here. You can place this one down here, your barcode, and then you can place this one down here. You can place this one down here. All right, okay. All right, this is becoming beautiful. So now let's work with some texts. So here I'm going to duplicate this. I'll duplicate this and I will bring it down to this section. Okay, bring it down to this section. All right, so we adjust it. So let's zoom out that place because we are going to do a little work there very sharply. So let's add shadow here again. Let's add shadow here again. Great. So let's repeat it here. So let's add a little shadow here. Okay, let's add a little shadow here. Great. All right, so let's add a little shadow here as well, and then great. All right, it is becoming beautiful. Now let's zoom this part out because we are going to use a different so let's say we want to use this. Okay, so let's use that, and we add a shadow down there. Let's add a shadow down there to make it stand out. Let's add a little shadow down here, very little, very minimal. Okay, can you see it's coming out clearly now? So the next thing we are going to do, we are going to work with our ingredients. We are going to work with our ingredient. So here, what you do here is for you to draw in a white square, a white rectangle, however you want to call it. So let's put in white and remove the outline, and then let's bring this up. Let's duplicate this, and then let's add a yellow color there. All right, we are going to work with this. So now this is the section where you are going to add your texts, like kind of your ingredients and all those stuff like that. So nutritional facts. So let's bring this down there. Let's bring this down there. So we place this here. We reduce the text, and let's say we want to use 11, and we bring it down here. Okay, let's bold that text and take it to white color. All right, so after that we move to the next stuff. So let's bring these, all of them. Let's bring all of them. So we copy all of them, and then we bring it down here. Okay, so let's work with all of this. Let's work with all of this. So I will work with my fonts. See what I'm trying to do. Sorry about that. See what I'm trying to do. I'm going to work with my fonts. So I will reduce this font to, let's say, 7. Reduce the font to 7. So since it is a copy text, I think some things I've adjusted, so I'm going to work on it. And then sodium. So this is the best, one of the best tutorials that you should have a hand on if you want to do your product packaging design. Okay, all right, so with this now you can adjust this demo, your dietary, see what is not really well fixed and fix them very well. So with this now, so you can zoom out this place better, can zoom out this place better. Let's zoom out this place better, and then adjust it down. Okay, so see what we are trying to do here. See what we are trying to do here. I'm going to increase the fonts to, let's say, 8. Okay, for readability, let's increase it to 8. Wow, this is great. This is great. So this time around, what you are going to do is for you to add some borders around it. So let's use these borders around it. Okay, all right, so I'm going to repeat it here. I'm going to repeat it here, and I'm going to repeat it here. Great. So let's take it down, and let's take this one down. Wow, this is becoming nice. So, and this one also, let's bring this one down. Okay, since we have already gotten to this extent, so let's zoom it out so that you see what we have done so far. Okay, but we still have some text remaining around here and around here. So because of that, let's adjust this. Let's adjust that. So let's go back to our texts. Let's go back to our texts. We bring these texts, copy it down. So where do you think we can place that text? Let's place this text below this part. So we are going to draw our text box there, and then we zoom out that section. After zooming out that section, we adjust the font. We adjust the font. Let's say we want to adjust the font to 8. Let's use 8 as well, or 9. We can go with 9 for readability. So benefits and then storage, let's bring this one down and let's change the text to white. And then let's bring this one, we bold it, Ctrl B, select the text and press Ctrl B, we change it to yellow. And this one as well, we bold it and we change it to yellow. Okay, that's giving us a nice look. Then we still have a text here. So this text, we are going to place this text on the other side of it. So let's repeat the same process. Okay, let's repeat the same process. Okay, all right, we change this text to white and then we choose the font 9. And then let's go to that section and zoom it out. Let's go there and zoom it out. Okay, and then we tap this down and then we do this, we bold and we give it a yellow color. And then the same thing here, we bold and we give it a yellow color. Wow, this is coming out beautiful. It's coming out beautiful. Okay, there's something that you have to add to this section so that people will know how heavy the stuff is. So net weight, so let's bring this one, we bring it down. Let's bring this one down. So before then, let's draw a red rectangle here. All right, okay, let's draw a red rectangle there and then we remove the outline. We work with our text tool and then we place this. Okay, let's tap this one down and then we are going to change that color to white and then reduce the text. So let's say it's okay, and then bring it down. Okay, so you can bold a section of it, you can bold this section, and then we can say this one is yellow. Okay, all right, let's do a little creativity there to make it stand out. You can as well increase this to fit well in the box. Okay, and increase this to fit well in the box. And then let's do a little stuff here. Double click this and add a node there and then drag it inside. Okay, we are almost done with this powerful design. We're almost done with this powerful design. Okay, then increase this. All right, so now that you are done, it's for you to do some little adjustments and make sure that everything stays very well. So let's copy this down here. Okay, wow, this is beautiful. So we are working on our adjustments. Work on your adjustments, make sure everything fits very well, make sure everything stays very well. So I'm going to bring this down here. We make sure everything centralizes. Okay, you can as well drag this to fit well. All right, so let's do a little stuff here. Let's add an element there. Let's add an element there. So let's say maybe this one is like this. Let's bring this one down here. Okay, this is beautiful. All right, so bring this one here, adjust it. We just want to add a little elements here to demarcate this text and the rest of the things there. So all right, and we are done with our design. If you like, okay, if you like, you can bring this, a little of this, let's bring this down here and reduce it. Okay, put it down here. Your design is ready, so let's view it. Okay, our packaging design is ready. It is very beautiful. All right, if you like what I have done, if this design is valuable to you, like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video. If you have any comments, any question, you can drop in the comment section and I will attend to it.